What if I told you that the biggest mistake you're remaking right now is thinking too small? Not in terms of dreams, but in terms of time. We live in a world obsessed with speed, fast food, quick fixes, overnight success. We scroll through endless highlight reels of people's achievements, but we never see the years of struggle, the invisible hours, the slow grind that made those moments possible. And because of that, we've been tricked into believing that if something doesn't happen quickly, it's not worth pursuing. But what if the secret to real success, the kind that lasts, isn't moving faster, but thinking longer? Imagine two people standing at the base of a mountain. One is sprinting, desperate to reach the top as quickly as possible. The other is walking steadily, carrying supplies, pacing themselves for the long climb ahead. Who do you think will make it further? The sprinter might get an early lead, but they'll burn out fast. The walker? They'll still be moving long after the sprinter has collapsed from exhaustion. That's the difference between thinking in days and thinking in decades. One mindset leaves you gasping for air. The other carries you further than you ever thought possible. History's greatest achievements weren't built in a day. The pyramids weren't erected in a weekend. Beethoven didn't compose his symphonies in a single sitting. The Wright brothers didn't just stumble into flight. They spent years failing, adjusting, and refining their ideas before their plane finally left the ground. The common thread? Time. Not just hours or months, but years, sometimes even lifetimes, of relentless focus. The world celebrates the breakthrough moment, but the real magic happens in the thousands of unseen hours leading up to it. So why do we expect our own lives to be any different? We start a new habit and quit after a week because we don't see results. We dive into a business or a skill and give up when it's harder than we expected. We chase instant gratification instead of investing in what really matters. But here's the truth. Anything worth having takes longer than you think. The question is, E.T., whether you, now, face obstacles. It is whether you, N.T., keep going when they show up. Thinking in decades changes everything. It gives you patience. When you know you're playing the long game, a bad day doesn't destroy you. A failed project isn't the end. It's just data. A rejection isn't proof that you're not good enough. It's a step in the process. Imagine looking back 10 years from now. The skills you've mastered, the relationships you've built, the person you've become, none of it happened overnight. It happened because you stayed in the game long after others quit. This mindset also helps you make better decisions. Most people choose what feels good right now. The extra hour of sleep instead of the workout. The impulsive purchase instead of saving. The easy path instead of the right one. But when you think in decades, you start asking a different question. Will this matter in 10 years? That single shift changes everything. Suddenly, the distractions fade, and the important things come into focus. You stop chasing trends and start building something that lasts. Take the oak tree, for example. It starts as a tiny acorn, buried in the dirt. At first, nothing seems to happen. Meanwhile, weeds shoot up around it. Grass grows tall, flowers bloom and fade in a single season, but the oak keeps growing, slowly, silently, until one day it's the tallest thing in the forest. Its roots run deep, its branches stretch wide. Storms come and go, but the oak stands firm. That's the power of thinking in decades. You're not just growing, you're becoming unshakable. The best part? This mindset takes the pressure off. You don't have to be perfect today. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. You just have to keep moving in the right direction. Every small step adds up. Every lesson learned compounds over time. The writer who writes a page a day ends up with a book in a year. The investor who saves consistently builds wealth without even noticing. The artist who practices daily becomes a master, while others are still waiting for inspiration to strike. So, how do you start? First, ask yourself, what do I want my life to look like in 10 years? Not in vague terms, but in vivid detail. What kind of person do you want to be? What skills do you want to have? What relationships do you want to nurture? Then, work backward. What can you do this year to move closer to that vision? This month? Today? The key isn't intensity, it's consistency. Small, daily actions create exponential results over time. The most powerful force in the universe isn't luck or talent, it's time. Give yourself enough of it, stay focused, and you'll be amazed at what you can build. So stop measuring your life in days. Stop stressing over tomorrow's results. Start thinking in decades. Because the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. But the second best time is today. And if you start now, just imagine where you'll be 20
Hey there,
years from today.
if you're enjoying this video and appreciate the effort behind it, don't forget to like this video. It really helps the channel grow, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Oh, and one more thing, share this video with your friends. Spread the love and support. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Let me know if you want any tweaks.